Learning about the Lambda variant, all new, coming up.
Plus, how long does the vaccine protect you? The latest data on when you'll need a booster shot coming up.
But we start new at 9:30 here in Afghanistan, where the sun is now rising over a Taliban-controlled country. President Biden said today that Afghan government collapsed more quickly than anticipated, but that he stands behind his decision to withdraw U.S. troops. The Pentagon says up to 22,000 Afghans could still be evacuated from the ground over the next few weeks, as many fear they'll be killed by the Taliban.
And a group of Colorado Air Force reservists are watching the events in that country unfold closely.
Yeah, they spent time in Afghanistan going on dangerous missions called Bandage Runs, and we went over there with them to see them work in the war zone firsthand. They traveled to Afghanistan 9 years ago. A group of emergency room nurses and medics who left their day jobs in Colorado to work in the cramped quarters of a cargo plane, flying to and from some of the most hazardous hotspots in Afghanistan, picking up wounded soldiers. And those Colorado National Guard reservists invited us along for the ride too. And right now we're standing in the middle of Bagram Airfield, and this is a setting actually not unlike Denver in some ways. We're about a mile high in elevation here. There are beautiful snow-capped peaks off in the distance, and the weather's about the same as Colorado this time of year too.
When anyone ever asks me, I always describe it as something similar to Colorado. It has beautiful mountains.
Mari Rapuzzi of Highlands Ranch was with us every step of the way. The then Air Force officer escorted us on the journey, 7,322 miles from home.
It's really sad. I'm scared for everyone there. I met some really great people who are locals. Pretty terrifying to think about what could come, and just the fact that it's all unknown.
All right. So show us home sweet home here. Airmen like Chris Basham from Fountain, Colorado would be quick to tell you that while these living arrangements were hardly first class,
This is where I sleep.
it was easy at times to forget you were in a hostile war zone. Bagram back then even had a Popeyes and a Pizza Hut. But get out there amid the mud huts and dusty villages, and the contrast and danger quickly became clear. He and the others left their lives, jobs, and families to fly over a battleground, a moving target in a brutal war. With each stop on their so-called bandage runs, and with each wounded soldier they treated, the peril became clear. But it's why they came here, hoping to make a change and impact this part of the world. And despite the rapid-fire fall of Afghanistan and the tumult there over the last few days, this group still thinks the 20-year war was worth it.
I think every interaction has the opportunity to impact someone's life, whether good or bad.
And that is who they worry about now, the locals, like this young man we met named Jaweed. He wanted to move to America when the war was over.
Sometimes they call me Jersey Shore.
Now they fear people like him could be in danger just for doing business with Americans.
Just very fearful for the people in the area now.
Rapuzzi also says she's worried about the mental health of veterans who fought in Afghanistan and who might now question their role or whether or not people support them still. She's part of a veteran suicide nonprofit called U.S. Cares, and we have information on how they help in this story that's posted right now at KDVR.com.
Meanwhile, the mayor of Afghanistan's capital says that he's been in communication with the Taliban and they want him to continue to do his job.